Most drivers pull into a gas station on autopilot, swipe the card, pump the gas, and drive off. What they don't realize is that a few common refueling habits can slowly damage the fuel system, set off warning lights, and lead to repairs that feel totally unnecessary later. In this video, I'll point out the mistakes people make at the pump and the simple ways to avoid them. Fix a couple of small habits now, and you'll protect your car and save money down the road. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. Number 1. Trusting distance to empty too much. Many drivers look at the distance to empty number and decide how much farther they can go. 30 miles left, keep driving. 15 miles left, push a little more. That number feels reassuring, as if the car has everything calculated for you. But in reality, it's only an estimate, not a safety guarantee. Distance to empty is calculated based on your recent fuel consumption. Change driving conditions, traffic, hills, heavy loads, strong AC use, and fuel usage shifts immediately, causing that number to drop much faster than expected. There have been plenty of cases where the display showed several miles remaining, yet the car ran out of gas far sooner because real-world conditions didn't match the system's assumptions. The bigger issue is running the tank too low. When fuel levels drop too far, the fuel pump has to work harder and is more likely to pull in sediment settled at the bottom of the tank. Over time, that debris moves into the fuel filter and injectors, accelerating wear throughout the fuel system. A safer approach is to treat distance to empty as a reference, not a limit. When the fuel gauge reaches about a quarter tank, it's time to plan a refill. 2. Parking on a slope while refueling. Parking on an incline while refueling is something many people don't think about. The station might be slightly sloped, or you park at an angle because you're in a hurry, and it feels like the tank will still fill the same way. In reality, the car's position directly affects how much fuel actually goes into the tank. When the vehicle is tilted, fuel inside the tank doesn't distribute evenly. Gas pump nozzles are designed to shut off automatically when fuel reaches a specific level in the filler neck. If the car is tilted, fuel pools on one side, causing the nozzle to shut off earlier than normal. The result is a tank that seems full but is actually missing some capacity. This is hard to notice because the fuel gauge may still read nearly full. The issue isn't just having less fuel. Regularly refueling on a slope makes your driving range inconsistent, which complicates tracking fuel consumption. On vehicles with long filler necks or more complex venting systems, this effect can be even more noticeable. The solution is simple. Whenever possible, park on level ground before refueling. If the station is crowded or uneven, just choose the flattest spot available. 3. Refueling with the engine still running. Pumping gas with the engine still running is a habit some drivers keep purely to save time, especially in hot weather or when stopping briefly. The car is stationary and nothing seems wrong, so it feels harmless. In reality, this is one of the highest risk behaviors at a gas station. When the engine is running, the ignition system, cooling fan, alternator, and various electrical components are still producing tiny electrical sparks. Under normal conditions, these sparks aren't an issue, but in an environment where gasoline vapors are released while opening the fuel cap and pumping fuel, the risk increases significantly. Gasoline vapor is heavier than air and can accumulate around the vehicle, and it only takes one unfavorable condition to cause a serious incident. Beyond safety concerns, refueling with the engine running can also confuse the fuel system and sensors. Some vehicles may detect abnormal pressure changes and trigger warning lights later, leaving drivers puzzled about the cause. Simply turning the engine off before pumping gas eliminates nearly all of these risks. 4. Not discharging static electricity before touching the pump nozzle. Failing to discharge static electricity before touching the pump nozzle is a very small detail, yet it's one of the most commonly overlooked steps when refueling. After sitting in the car, friction between your clothes and the seat can build up static electricity on your body. You usually don't notice it, but the moment you step out and touch the metal pump nozzle, that static charge can discharge right when gasoline vapor is present in the air. The problem is that fuel vapor is highly flammable, especially around the filler neck right after opening the gas cap. Even a tiny static spark can become dangerous under the wrong conditions. These incidents don't happen often, but when they do, the consequences can be severe, not just for the vehicle, but for the gas station and people nearby as well. Prevention is extremely simple. Before grabbing the pump nozzle, touch an unpainted metal part of the car to discharge any static electricity. While refueling, avoid getting in and out of the car repeatedly, because each time you sit down and step back out, static charge can build up all over again. Number 5. Driving until the tank is nearly empty. Very few people intentionally run their car close to empty, but many unknowingly turn it into a habit. They see a little fuel left on the gauge and think they can still make a few familiar trips, so they leave it alone. The car still starts and still drives, and there's no obvious warning forcing them to stop immediately. That temporary sense of everything's fine is exactly what makes the long-term risk easy to underestimate. When fuel levels drop too low, the fuel pump starts operating under poor conditions. The fuel tank doesn't just store gasoline, it also helps cool and lubricate the pump. Less fuel means more heat and faster wear. On top of that, sediment naturally settles at the bottom of the tank over time. Running near empty allows the pump to draw in this contaminated fuel, pushing extra strain onto the fuel filter and injectors. At first, the car may just feel sluggish or burn more fuel. Later come warning lights, rough running, and repair costs. 6. Opening the gas cap too quickly and not tightening it properly. Opening the gas cap too quickly and failing to tighten it fully are two small habits that cause more problems than most people realize. After driving, pressure often builds up inside the fuel tank. If you open the cap too fast, fuel vapor escapes suddenly, creating strong odors and putting unnecessary stress on the venting system. Repeating this over time accelerates wear on rubber seals and valves in the evap system. Not tightening the gas cap properly is even more common. Many people give it a quick twist and walk away, assuming that's enough. But the gas cap isn't just a cover. It's part of the fuel vapor control system. When the cap isn't sealed, the car may trigger a check engine light, waste fuel, or continue running normally while masking the real cause of the issue. The problem is that these mistakes rarely cause immediate failure. The car keeps driving without obvious symptoms, so they're easy to ignore. When the warning light finally comes on and the car is inspected, the cause often turns out to be nothing more than a loose gas cap. The correct approach is simple. Open the cap slowly to release pressure gently, and when closing it, tighten until you clearly hear the click. Like the video if this surprised you. 7. Using your phone while pumping gas. Standing at the pump while scrolling on your phone is a very common sight at gas stations. You wait for the nozzle to click off and quickly check messages or calls, assuming they're harmless. But this habit carries risks that many people overlook, especially in an environment where gasoline vapor is always present around the pumps. Phones don't constantly produce sparks, but they are electronic devices that can generate heat and static electricity in certain situations. Combined with fuel vapor, just one unfavorable condition can be enough to cause an incident. On top of that, being glued to the screen reduces awareness. The nozzle can slip, fuel can spill, or the hose can get stretched without you noticing in time. Another issue is delayed reaction. If fuel odors suddenly become stronger or a small problem occurs, someone focused on their phone is often a few seconds slower to respond. At a gas station, those few seconds matter. The safest approach is to put your phone away while refueling. Keep your eyes on the pump, hold the nozzle securely, and stay aware of your surroundings. It only takes a few minutes, but it significantly reduces risk and helps keep you and everyone else at the station safe. 8. Topping off after the pump automatically shuts off. Many drivers squeeze in a few extra pumps after the nozzle has already clicked off, thinking, if I fill it all the way, I'll be able to drive farther. Seeing the fuel gauge rise just a bit more feels reassuring, like you've gotten full value for your money. But this habit causes more harm than good. Gas pump nozzles are designed to shut off when fuel in the filler neck reaches a safe level. The remaining space in the tank isn't meant for more liquid fuel. It's reserved for fuel vapor expansion. When you force extra fuel in, liquid gasoline can be pushed into the vapor recovery system, especially the charcoal canister. This component is designed to handle vapor, not liquid fuel. Once soaked, it can fail, trigger evap system errors, and turn on the check engine light. The problem is that the damage doesn't show up right away. The car may continue running normally for a while, making it hard to connect the dots. When the warning light finally appears or fuel economy drops unexpectedly, repair costs surface, and they're often far from cheap. 9. Ignoring the ethanol content in gasoline. Not paying attention to ethanol content is a common mistake, especially since labels like E10, E15, or E85 are often printed very small on pump displays. Most drivers just select their usual fuel grade and assume gas is gas. But ethanol isn't just an additive. It directly affects how the engine runs and how durable the fuel system is. Ethanol is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture. When the ethanol percentage is higher than what the vehicle was designed for, water can accumulate in the tank and fuel lines over time, leading to rust, corrosion, and damaged rubber seals. For many older vehicles, or those not designed for E15 or E85, using the wrong blend can cause rough running, hard cold starts, and noticeably worse fuel economy. At first, the car just feels less responsive. Later, injectors clog faster and the fuel pump wears out early. Avoiding this mistake is simple. Check the manufacturer's recommendation and look for the ethanol label on the pump. Just 1 second of attention helps your engine run more smoothly and prevents unnecessary long-term wear. 10. Refueling right after a tanker truck has refilled the station. Many people pull into a gas station just as the tanker truck has finished unloading, or even while it's still refilling the underground tanks, thinking that fresh fuel must be better. In reality, the opposite is true. When the underground tanks are refilled, all the sediment, water, and rust that have settled at the bottom get stirred up and haven't had time to settle again. Refueling at this moment means you risk pumping the dirtiest fuel in the tank. The problem is that these contaminants aren't immediately obvious. The car still runs and shows no clear symptoms right after refueling. Over time, however, debris makes its way into the fuel filter, injectors, and fuel pump, accelerating wear throughout the fuel system. At first, the car may just feel slightly sluggish or burn more fuel. Later come minor vibrations, warning lights, and rising repair costs. Not every gas station has perfect filtration at all times. It usually takes a few hours for sediment to settle back down. The safest approach is to avoid refueling when you see a station actively being refilled or immediately after a delivery. 11. Using the wrong octane rating. Using the wrong octane rating happens more often than people realize, yet it doesn't get enough attention. Some drivers always choose the highest octane fuel, believing better gas means a healthier engine. Others choose the cheapest option to save money, even when their vehicle isn't designed for it. Both approaches are wrong if they go against the manufacturer's recommendation. Octane isn't a general measure of fuel quality. It's a rating of how resistant the fuel is to knocking. Engines are designed to operate optimally at a specific octane level. Using a lower octane can cause engine knock, reduced power, and increased wear over time. Using a higher octane than required usually doesn't make the car more powerful, but it does raise fuel costs unnecessarily. The correct approach is simple. Use the octane rating listed on the fuel door or in the owner's manual. No guessing, no experimenting. Choosing the right octane from the start helps the engine run smoothly and efficiently and avoids years of silent, unnecessary wear. 12. Adding fuel additives at the wrong time. Fuel additives are often advertised as injector cleaners, fuel savers, and performance boosters. Because of that, many people buy them and pour them into the tank whenever they remember, assuming that using them at all is enough. The problem is that adding additives at the wrong time can reduce their effectiveness, or even cause issues. When additives are poured into a nearly full tank, or right after refueling, they don't mix evenly right away. Instead, they can concentrate in certain areas of the tank and enter the fuel system in uneven doses. With stronger additives, this can cause the engine to run rough temporarily or loosen deposits too quickly, potentially clogging the fuel filter for a short time. A better time to add fuel additives is before refueling, when the tank level is low. The incoming fuel helps mix the additive evenly throughout the tank, allowing it to work as intended. Additives aren't always necessary, but if you choose to use them correctly. Paying attention to timing makes a noticeable difference and helps prevent small issues from turning into bigger problems later on. 13. Mixing different types of fuel in the same tank. Mixing different types of gasoline in the same tank happens far more often than most people realize. One day you fill up with one type because it's convenient. The next time you stop at a different station and choose another. As long as the car runs, it seems fine. On the surface, there's no obvious problem. The engine starts, the car drives normally, so the habit continues. The issue is that each fuel type can have a different octane rating and ethanol content. When they're mixed, the engine control system has to constantly adjust to an inconsistent fuel blend. In the short term, drivers may not notice much. Over time, however, less than optimal combustion leads to reduced efficiency, worse fuel economy, and uneven throttle response. The best approach is to stick with one fuel type that's appropriate for your vehicle and use it consistently. If you absolutely have to switch fuels, let the tank run low before filling with a different type. It's a small change in habit, but it helps the engine operate more smoothly and prevents subtle wear from building up over time. Refueling is something we do every week, which makes small habits easy to overlook. But those repeated habits ultimately determine how long your fuel system lasts and how much you'll end up spending down the road. By paying attention to timing, choosing the right fuel, and following a few basic steps, your car will run more reliably, trigger fewer nuisance warning lights, and avoid many unnecessary repair costs. Small details, done consistently, make a noticeable difference. Which tip from the video surprised you the most?